All right, we are back. We are thumbs up. Woo! Gotta love this, right?
Yeah.
So, welcome to the podcast. Glad to have you here. I'm uh, Doug, and this is,
Rich James.
and
Lunch,
we are
lunch,
loud,
lucid,
lucid,
and
and
laugh.
laughs. Although Lucid's not here as normal, I
As
still
normal.
haven't figured that one out. But so I traveled a little bit this week, and I kind of threw things on you. Is I mean, I have probably about 7 or 8 more podcasts that are set up, but I was like, you know what, Rich, what do you want to do?
Doug,
Let's do
I have,
something. What do you want to
I,
do? Let's
Doug,
let's go
Doug,
crazy.
Doug, I have 270 podcasts in my mind. you don't, you don't want to know what's up here. You don't want to know what's up here.
So Rich threw out a really cool idea, and we found this really cool question site that we're going to use. And we're going to throw stuff out there at each other tonight. And we might even call a person or two and
Oh, we're gonna call.
ask them.
We're definitely doing that.
We were going to involve our significant others. I think we may do that via phone now. I don't think they're going to join us. At least mine said, sure, just call me.
Steph said, "I'm in PJs and I'm not getting off the couch. I just got home. Actually, she's cooking dinner. I already ate, but she's cooking herself dinner and cooking dinner for me for tomorrow night, I guess, because I already had food tonight. But yeah, she said
Uh,
not going to be. Basically, what she said, she's in PJs. She's not getting on the camera, is what she said.
we figure out how to make the camera move, and maybe sometime down the road you can just surprise her and carry it up there and
Oh, dude, I can
get
do
her on
that right
camera.
now. I can move.
Probably not the brightest thing. Probably
Digging
not
a
the brightest
hole,
thing.
digging a hole, digging a hole.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get this out of the way before we get in trouble. Our lawyers say that we have to
Blah,
say
blah,
this.
blah, 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 blah,
Everything you hear
blah,
is
blah, blah.
our own opinions and not the opinions of anyone else or
And I
any
always,
other entity.
I always put the emphasis, the quotes around our opinions only. And that's just for that given day, Doug.
Air
Let's
quotes.
make it a point to know that people know, like, no matter if we are talking about politics, because I know there was a couple people that didn't like some of our political conversations, but let's just make it a point that these
Really? You
are,
think?
hey, let's make it a point that everyone
No.
knows on our podcast. These are only our opinions for that moment, that hour that we're in. It might not be our opinion tomorrow.
Yeah, that could change like the weather.
my
Speaking of
opinions
weather,
change, my opinions changed every like the Colorado weather. It's
yeah,
snowing.
well,
It's snowing today, Doug.
I pushed us back by about 15 minutes because it decided to storm. So
And I didn't get
there's
started on.
that.
I had to poop, but anyway, what?
I wasn't even going to bring that one up. Yeah.
You
How
don't
does a
know.
guy who says, let's do our podcast at 7 p.m., which is 6 p.m. your time, and then like I said, we'll give it 15 minutes. We have a storm moving through, and then we'll do this. 7:05 my time, I send you a message and say, hey, I'm downstairs. I'm getting ready to go. And what do I get back in a text message? I got to poop.
I got no. I should have said
LOL.
I got to do a Howie.
You got to take a Howie.
I got to take a Howie. Hey, Doug. So this week, because you
Yeah.
gave it to me, we're talking about
Yeah.
hypothetical questions.
Oh boy.
Hypothetical questions, dude. And we could
So,
go. Ooh, we could go all day on this one. But hey, Doug, I actually
right?
want to. I literally. I know I had some questions I wanted to ask you. I was going to shoot you a few, see if you wanted to shoot me a few. And before we go any further, I actually want to make a phone call.
Oh, all right. Do I know, or is this a surprise on?
Can you hear my phone call? Can you hear the ringing?
Hey, what's up? No.
Hey, what's up?
On speaker?
Yeah, it's on speaker. Can you hear it? No, I'm talking to Doug right now. Doug, can you hear the other voice on the other line right now?
If you don't speak, I might be able to.
Okay, say something.
Hey, what's up?
I can hear the voice.
Is
that Lucid?
I got Lucid on the line, bro. So Clay, I was just talking to Doug. We got started a little bit late because Doug had to wait a few minutes for storms to pass through, and then by the time he was wanting me to get up,
Rich
I had to
poop.
take a Howie Lewis, if you know what that means. And I'm sure by the laughter on your voice, I could tell you know what that means. But
everybody knows what a Howie is.
So I had to take a Howie.
You need some fiber, man.
Yeah, right. I had to take a Howie because I actually ate fiber. I had some black beans. So to start the podcast off, we just get started here, but we were going to shoot some questions back and forth to each other tonight. We're doing hypothetical questions, Clay.
Okay.
And so me and Doug were going to shoot a few back to each other before we started calling people, but I know I'd already told you I was going to call you between this certain time, and I know they're in Tennessee. You know, it's 8:45. I know it's not your bedtime, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way, and I wanted to get you on the podcast, Lucid. Welcome to the podcast. Loud, Lucid.
Welcome to the podcast.
Still not sure why I'm considered the lucid one. But
yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I get the loud with me because I do talk loud sometimes, and and I get the laughs with Doug. But I don't know, you're lucid, and
you're lucid, dude.
And on the poster behind Doug right now, that I'm looking, you're like in flames. I don't know. So you're kind of like maybe it meant Lucifer. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, Lucid. So Lucid's on the line here. So hey, Clay, I'm shooting you two questions, and Doug might have one for you too. But I got to ask you two things. My first one's kind of serious, but if you had to prove you were human and not an AI in 5 minutes via a text conversation, how would you do it? If you had to prove you were human and not an AI in 5 minutes via a text conversation, how would you do it? Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Hypothetically speaking, that's a good question because I'm not sure I'm not an AI right now.
Oh, ooh.
We're in the Matrix already.
Exactly.
It's true.
Based on just things like the power of positive thinking, being able to change your environment. Being able to, even the Bible talks about being able to change your environment by speaking to it.
Clay, I'm reading a book called The Power right now by Rhonda Burns. But that's later on.
There are physics experiments.
The law of attraction, bro. I got you.
You can literally have nuclear particles that react a certain way by observing them. So how do I know I'm not an AI?
What? Okay.
I didn't know we were going all scientific on
deep.
this.
Doug, we're going deep right now. But listen, that's a good answer, actually. I'm reading a book. I read a book called The Secret. Now I'm reading the second book of the series called The Power. Both great books, but it talks about the law of attraction. I know me and you talk about manifestation and stuff like that, and it is in the Bible. It's in James and Hebrews and all kinds of other things that's said in the Bible. So you're exactly right. So Clay, now I'm going to go. We asked you that tough one to start. I'm going to go with one more. And then, like I said, Doug might have one for you before we let you go. But
yeah.
But I got to ask you this, a fun question, more or less. If you could go back and uninvent something, what invention would you erase from history?
The cell phone.
Oh, it's funny, Clay.
Oh, wow.
I thought you were gonna say that. I literally thought you were gonna say that, bro. I was sitting up there writing this down earlier.
What's the reason?
The smartphone. What the smartphone?
What's the reason?
Yeah, what's the reason?
We've lost our ability to communicate.
Oh my gosh, dude! I could do a whole podcast on that right there. Clay, I'm not lying. When I wrote that question down, I immediately thought cell phone, and I immediately thought Clay's gonna say cell phone, and you did.
See, are you sure? Not
All right.
Right, you might be AI. He is AI, Doug. That's why we can't.
Can you hear me, Clay?
Lucid doesn't show up for any podcast because he's an AI.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you hear me, Clay?
Can you hear Doug? I'll shut up.
Good.
All right. If you were chosen to be the first human to make contact with aliens, would you do it, and why?
He's AI, of course he'll do it. Go ahead.
I absolutely would. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The reason, because I like meeting all kinds of different interesting people and finding out, what they're really about and where they're from.
He never meets a stranger.
I'm an ENFP, man.
I'm an ENFP. I never meet a stranger either. I got it.
Yep. I'm the same way.
I got it.
Very cool.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks for answering your phone call tonight. I thought I would surprise Doug with a little lucid on the podcast. And Doug, did you know who I was going to call first?
Had no clue. I thought somebody else, to be honest.
Answer my phone if you called me.
Yeah, I told Clay. I said, if Doug calls you, don't answer. It was my idea first.
That's not right.
You probably thought I was going to call George or Mike or my son.
Yeah, I thought you were calling George or Mike, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, you need to call Howie and tell him to get him famous.
Right?
Well, I can't call Howie. He's tutoring tonight. He won't be available.
That's what he said. He's just in the bathroom.
Yeah, he's in the bathroom. He's tutoring
like
in
normal.
the bathroom. Tutoring being the key word. Tutor.
Yeah, is that another word for what you did earlier?
Yeah, tutoring. All right, man. Hey, it was good talking to you, bro. Thanks for coming up. With those answers. If it was you, I'm not even sure it was you. It might have been something. We don't
even know if we were really talking to him.
There goes those. I don't even know who I was talking to. All right, take it easy, brother.
Later.
All right, later.
Bye.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, bro, Clay right there, dude. Lucid finally get on a podcast. Got to call him.
That's hilarious.
Call him and force him into it. I didn't call anybody else that I might call tonight. I didn't
either
because I wanted to tell him what was going on.
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see how it was going to go if I didn't tell anybody I was going to call him.
Well, I did that with the rest of the people. That's the only person I called, but I didn't tell him the questions I was going to ask him. I just told him I'd be calling him between this time and this time. But that's pretty fun.
Okay.
Pretty funny.
So
he did answer the random questions.
So here you go. You ready?
This for me?
What? This for you. What kind of movie or TV show would you make if money or skill wasn't an object?
If money or skill wasn't an object.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you, it's been done. You got Sopranos, you got all kinds of gangster, the Godfather movie series. Yeah, I'm watching Peaky Blinders right now. I'm all about
good show. Good show.
Boondock Saints. I got the Boondock Saints shirt on. Veritas Aquatus. Brothers we anyway, but Innominus Patrick. I'd have to do like an Irish gangster show. But hey, how about this though? Because I know you like this. I'd do an Irish gangster show and maybe a couple of the gangsters had like superpowers. I don't know.
Little twist.
Not little twist.
I like it. I like it. I do like. I tell you, have you watched Peaky Blinders? Oh yeah, I watched all of it already.
Dude, that's great. I love the fact that Thomas Shelby. I mean, you could put a gun to that guy's head at any given time, and he doesn't. It's like I'm not gonna die.
No flinch.
But
no flinch.
Yeah, I think I would have to do. Am I answering that? Like, I'd have to do like a gangster Irish show with like. The Irish have been known the Irish have been known because I can read people's minds sometimes. Maybe it'd just be like a mind reading thing, like the main character has the availability to or the ability to read minds. What do you think? That's what I would do.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Let me ask you
right
one.
On.
Let me ask one.
All right, fire away.
if you were a professional wrestler in the WWE, what would your name and your identity be, bro?
Well, I already know, but it would be a duo because I'd go in as a tag team group, and I would be the Thunder, and they would be the Lightning. And we would be thunder and lightning because first you hear the thunder and then you feel the lightning.
Thunder, lightning, the way I
Yeah!
when you love me is frightening. You got a knife.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
I like it, dude. You can come into that song.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
All right, I'm going to try something. See if we get anywhere.
You
You
call
know, in
somebody?
this day and age, it's hard to get somebody to answer the phone.
You calling somebody?
I'm calling somebody. Hey, you are live on Loud, Lucid, and Laughs. Welcome to the show. So you might need to speak up a little bit.
Do you have him on speaker? I can't hear.
So hold on. Speak up a little bit and tell Rich James who you are.
Rich James, I don't know if you remember this or not, but I'm your niece that you haven't seen in several years.
What?
Did you hear?
I couldn't hear.
She's your long lost niece you haven't seen in several years.
Shelby?
Ding, ding, ding. Hey, Shelby Branham. We have a question for you. If
Okay.
you had an animal or a planet renamed in your honor, what would you want to carry in your name? And what animal would it be and why? Anything you want.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is she answering? I can't hear.
Yeah, she is. I can hear her through me.
Oh.
She said she wants to be a species that has never been found called a cat rabbit, and she wants to name it Shuby.
Shuby the cat rabbit.
Doug, all right.
Doug, that makes me want to ask you another question because
we're gonna let you go, kids.
Bye, Selby.
Love you. Bye.
Doug, that makes me want to ask you another question.
Right?
You know, the Shuby, the rabbit there. The what rabbit? It's a.
She said, could she choose any species, even one that didn't exist, like create her own? I said, fire away, go for it.
Fire away.
And she said if there was a species that was part cat, part rabbit, she would choose to be that, and she would want the name Shuby, which was her college name.
Dude, so, Doug, this is for you. What cartoon character would be absolutely terrifying if it existed in the real world? Maybe Shuby. I don't know.
Oh. I got to say, the actual Tasmanian devil.
Ooh, yeah, that was your thing.
Yeah.
You had a lot of Tasmanian shirts and
Oh, I did, man. I went through a phase.
Yes.
But if he was actually real, like in Space Jam when he popped up, yeah, I think that could be a dangerous thing.
Be a little scary.
Yeah. So back to you, Rich.
Back to me.
If your dog, because I know you have dogs, Clancy and Finn, if one of them suddenly spoke one sentence and then never ever spoke again, what would be the most unsettling sentence they could say to you?
Doug, I'm gonna go with this is hypothetical, of course, hopefully, but
Well, of course.
I'm gonna go with Dad, when you're sleeping, I stare at you all night and think about eating you.
Oh, man.
You know? Because that's petrifying. We don't know, hey.
I don't know. I don't know which one said it, but now you're going to look at them tonight when you go to bed, and that's going to be in your head.
Dude, I think they love me, but you know, like that's unsettling. Like I had this cat named I used back in Tennessee. I'm sorry, back in Missouri when I lived out on that farm in St. John. I had a dog named Presley and a cat named Elvis. And that cat used to run around in the middle of the night, jump up on the top of a dresser, top of a door, like you know, the little door, the top part of the door, and run off the door and hit me in the chest. It was a tuxedo cat, and those things are crazy. You know, the black and white ones. And it would hit me in the middle of the chest and stare at me. And I'm like, what is this cat doing? And then I'd wake up at like 4 a.m. That's 2 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. Things sleeping on my head. And I think literally that cat probably did stare at me in the middle of the night and think that, you know, about eating me. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with there.
Oh.
So, you know, hey, fun. Doug.
Yes, yes.
I know I'm going a lot with the your superpower is that you can give phobias to people. What fun, interesting things would you make people afraid of?
Right out of the gate, I'm going to make people afraid of farts.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you go into a total cringe anytime you hear somebody fart. I mean, that's a good one. Other than that, you know, people think bunny rabbits are so cute. I may make a bunny rabbit phobia. Like every time you look at a bunny rabbit, it looks like a monstrous thing.
That's funny. That's funny.
That could be fun.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
I'm gonna try calling somebody else because that's fun so far. That was fun for me talking to Clay, talking to Shelby.
Okay. All right.
Let's see if they answer. Can you hear the phone ringing?
No, actually, I can't. I could hear Clay when he was talking last time.
Let me put it up my speaker. Can you hear it now?
No. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see if they answer.
Fine.
Oh, they didn't answer. Hey.
Oh, you went to voicemail.
With the voicemail. So let me try one more.
All right. I got a question for you though.
Go ahead. Ask me if this person answers. We'll talk to them first.
So I did not tell any.
Hey, Doug, wait. What's that? Was my ears ringing?
Yeah, we were just talking about you.
Oh, you and Ellie?
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Doug.
What's up, Ryan?
Can you hear Doug? Ryan, you're on our podcast. You're on the podcast right now.
Welcome to Loud, Lucid, and Laughs.
We're calling people randomly, and we're asking them a couple hypothetical questions. Is tonight's subject.
It's all the mystique behind the Facebook posts, huh?
Yes. So Ryan, I got a couple of questions for you. Maybe your Uncle Doug's got one as well. I've got one at least here. Okay. If you could live in anyone's head for 15 minutes, like being John Malkovich style, who would you choose?
Have to be present, or could it be somebody who's dead?
Anybody said any dead person, like it could be Elvis, it could be anybody. Anybody's head in the history of time.
Where she said Elvis.
Now you can't use Elvis because I said that, but if you could live in anyone's head from now, from the beginning of time till now for 15 minutes, who would you choose?
Beginning of time, it's going to be a person, a human. Anybody's head. Based off personal interests or benefiting society.
This is like his Uncle Clay talking here. Like we called Clay first, and Clay's going in his thing, and I'm like, I'm like, just answer the question. No, but he's his like Uncle Clay is like his, but yeah, just it could be anything, any person.
Okay, well, because I love pop culture, and I'm a big movie buff. I thought about going music at first, but then you threw out Elvis, so I went away from music. So I'm gonna go movies. I'm gonna go my favorite, or who I think is the best actor of all time. I'm gonna go Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis for 15 minutes.
Wow.
Method actor of all time.
Best method actor.
Wow.
I like it.
It would be very interesting to see how he thinks about his processes for his different roles and everything that he does.
Dude, you could get lost in there.
Nice.
You want to have his birthday girl, Ellie Bowen, and wish her a happy birthday?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Ellie.
birthday,
Ellie!
Ellie! Woohoo!
Damn, is that today?
Yeah, it's today.
Oh, I'm horrible.
Dude, what kind of a father-in-law are you?
Oh, so Doug, so they're coming out here in May. So I was gonna wait and celebrate her birthday when they come here. I'm taking her to this hot spot here that we don't live far from called the Note.
Nice recover.
Hey, Ellie, let me ask you a question. Ellie, if you could change what people say after someone sneezes, what would be the funniest thing for people to say?
You're sexy.
Be sexy. Be sexy.
Okay, we got to get that one going.
I think I'm going to start using that.
Be sexy.
I might, you know what? I just might make t-shirts to say that. I want to make a t-shirt that says be sexy.
Oh, good heavens.
Doug, do you got anything? Doug, do you got anything to ask birthday girl?
You know what? Let's throw one at her.
Can you hear Ellie?
I couldn't understand that.
Okay, he's going to throw one at you right now.
Okay.
What would be one of the first things you would try if you found out you were completely impervious to physical harm?
Would be one of the first things you would try if you knew that nothing you did would harm you. You were impervious to any physical harm.
That's a tough one.
Smack right upside the head.
No, I think it would be like jumping off something.
Like a bridge or jump off a building? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, heights challenge. I like it. Yeah. I like it.
Right on.
Well, awesome, guys. Well, thank you for participating tonight.
Participating.
Ellie, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
Dear Ellie, happy birthday. Hey, I'll call you guys back after the podcast.
Happy birthday, El.
All right. Talk to you later. I'll call
right.
you back after the podcast.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Bye.
So,
Love you.
I didn't tell anybody we were doing this tonight except for Gina.
Yeah.
And I guess she might have spoke to somebody, and they sent me a message. So before I read that message, I'm going to try something here.
So who are we at time-wise?
Oh, we're only 28 minutes into it, man.
Oh, great. We got some more time to have some more fun. I didn't even know Ryan would answer, but he did. He is on my emergency call list.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Loud, Lucid, and Laughs podcast. Can you hear, Rich?
Nope.
Yes, I can hear you. I was just seeing if Rich could hear you.
Cannot.
All right. So we have Kinsey on the line, Rich.
Hey. How's it going, Mackenzie?
So Kinsey sent me a message, and this question goes to you, Rich.
Oh, she's asking me a question?
Yes.
All right.
You got $10 million right now in your hand, But there's a catch. A snail is chasing you for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, you die a terrible death. The snail cannot be killed. It always knows where you're at, your location, all times. Its only purpose is to find you. Are you taking the money?
Doug, does Mackenzie know that I've ran marathons? I've done 100-mile cycling rides several times. I'm not getting caught, bro. Yes. Yes, I'm taking the money, and the snail is not catching
He's
me.
taking the money.
I'm taking the
And
money.
he says the snail won't catch him.
No snail's going to ever catch me or outdo me. I'm like Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders. Like, we keep talking about it. You're not getting me. You're going to think you're going to get me, snail? The snail's going to think that it's going to get me, but it's not going to get me ever. No snail catching me, Doug.
She's saying that she thinks she would be faster too than the snail.
Oh, yeah.
So
she can come
all
help
right.
me spend
So
the 10 million.
Kinsey,
Hey, tell her she can come help me spend the 10 million. Is we getting caught
he
by
says
the
you
snail,
can help
Doug.
him spend the 10 million.
We're not getting caught by the snail, I guarantee it. I'm ahead of the snail at all times.
So Kinsey, we got you on the phone. Hypothetically speaking, what weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could?
Oh, this is hard. What would I make socially
Now I can hear. Hey, Doug, now I can
acceptable?
hear. That's where you got to put the mic. I can hear now.
Oh man, I have one, but it's kind of weird.
Fire away.
Fire away. Doug, I lost you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. We just have quiet right now because I can't hear anything you're saying. Nothing, Doug. Hey, Doug, we're in quiet mode. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me? I can't hear anything you're saying. Can you, Doug, are you able to hear me? Okay, you're back now. Yeah. Are you talking? No. Can't hear you. I got nothing on my end. Huh? Yeah. I got nothing.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, I haven't heard anything you said in the last like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But I can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah. Well, because I'm still alive. You're not.
So am I.
Oh. I can hear you now on the phone.
Do I just need to leave the phone on and not call anybody else?
I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Let me end the phone call.
Is it working now?
Go ahead. Keep talking. No.
Is that working now?
Yeah. Like. Okay. Wait. Now you're talking. Talk. Keep talking.
Are we back?
Yeah. You're back now.
Are we good? Okay.
I mean, I was always here.
I was always here too. I could hear everything I was saying. I could hear everything you were saying.
I think it just wasn't going. It wasn't going through the
for some reason.
Wasn't going through the mic.
So,
yeah.
so we're back. So Kinsey said she wanted to know what our answer would be to that. Did you hear her answer?
What our answer would be to what?
To what weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could? Her answer was picking a wedgie.
Oh no, I didn't hear her answer.
Yeah, that was her answer. Picking a wedgie. But she said was weird, and it was.
Yes.
So, Rich, what weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could?
Maybe Matt can splice that 2 minutes of non Furby.
What weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could?
Oh, like, peeing in public. I mean, so like I think if you gotta go, you gotta go. You just whip it out, you go wherever you're at. I think peeing in public
Oh, good
is
Lord.
peeing in public is what I would do, bro.
I think that's worse than the wedgie thing, man.
I tell you though, Doug, I'm losing iPad power, so I'm gonna make another phone call while we're still up and running.
Well, the weird thing I would make socially acceptable,
yes,
that you could just burp and fart out loud and everybody would go, good one.
The person I'm calling right now does that anyway.
Oh boy.
And they don't ever think about it. They just, hey babe, how you doing? Hey, Doug, can you hear her? Keep talking, babe.
Hi, Doug.
You hear her now?
Hey.
All right.
You can't really hear him though.
Yeah, you might not be able to hear him because he's maybe off in the distance. But yeah, Doug, you say hello, babe. Oh no, say hello, stuff.
Hello, babe.
Yeah. So we're doing our hypothetical question podcast tonight, and I know I didn't ask you these, but I've got a couple questions for you. One's a serious, one's a non serious. Actually, Doug, you know what's funny is I thought
you should have told me these ahead of time so I could have planned my answer.
I had what weird thing would you make socially ask her? But so we could still do it. So babe, if humans lost the ability to see, all color except one, which color would you want to survive and why? Steph's an eye doctor, Doug, so I thought this was
I know.
Good hypothetical question for her.
That's a tough one. I would say blue. And I think the reason I would say that is just whenever we've traveled, and that's the thing that stands out to me the most. Like we went to Slovenia.
Can you hear that? Yeah. Blue.
The color of the Socha River was so pretty that turquoise blue is so bright, and like when you go to the beach, the ocean. I just think it's such a beautiful color. So that's probably would be my answer.
Nice.
I'm in.
Dave, I had another one for you, but Doug took it, so I'm going to ask you a different one. If you had to be haunted by a ghost for the rest of your life, but you could choose which dead person the ghost would be, who would you choose as your ghost?
Does it have to be somebody I know, or it could be like somebody famous?
Oh, somebody famous? Yeah, it could be somebody famous. Anything you want. A musician, a politician, a TV movie character, anybody.
Do they have to be dead already?
Yes. Yeah, they're not gonna. Babe, you don't get some hot Hollywood guy to play. You don't get Ryan Reynolds to follow you around for the rest of your life. Dude, you see this? See this nuts over there?
She's liable to choose Clark Gable.
Like Jerry Seinfeld, like a funny.
No, he's not dead. Choose somebody dead. It's gotta be somebody dead. Play the game right. You're not playing the game. No, this is why we can't win an Amazing Race right here. Right here.
Somebody somebody funny that would be able to point out all the.
Well, name a dead funny guy, Charlie Chaplin or something. I don't know, but it's.
Chris Farley.
Wait, did you say George Burns? You're having George Burns, the old guy, follow your, what?
You're gonna smell a cigar.
Yeah, he's smoking a cigar. You're getting George Burns, a little short, little midget guy. No midgets. But oh boy.
There it goes. It's if you're good looking, what good does that do me? They're not. I can't touch them.
Why are you thinking about touching dead people? What the heck is going on here? All right, hey, you know what? Hey,
That didn't go the way you wanted.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hang up now. We'll talk about this later. All right.
Bye, Steph.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Let's see how that works the other way.
Doug, what?
Oh. Hello. Welcome to Loud, Lucid, and Laughs.
Hi, Rich.
Hey, Gina, what's going on? It is Gina, right?
He says, yes, it's Gina.
I couldn't remember.
Hey, so I
couldn't remember if he said he was calling his girlfriend or wife. I couldn't hear.
Oh, wow. She can't hear you. If I've got a hypothetical question for you.
Okay.
If you had to live in a world where everyone's thoughts appeared above you as a text in their head, would you do it? Why not?
No, my face says enough. The words don't need to come out.
Okay. All right. One more.
Okay.
If you had a pen with magical ink inside it, what would happen when you wrote something? Yep.
Out of it.
No, you get to choose what comes out of it when you write. Okay. A large check so you could live at the beach forever.
Nice.
Hey, you're going to have to watch this one. We just got off the phone with your daughter.
Yeah, and we're getting chased by Snell and winning $10 million. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
But...
Rich is getting chased by a snail, but he's going to get $10 million for it. All right, babe.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
My son just asked me, did you bring up your book?
Dude, you haven't moved.
My son just asked me, did you bring up your book where you text/call everyone in your contacts and that's about how you met? That could be another podcast. But
oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, so I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah. Yes.
If you could choose a nickname and have people call it to you with complete seriousness, no matter how ridiculous it was, what name would you choose?
Rich James. Oh, no.
Just like that?
I like
Rich James.
I actually like Reverend Rich James or King Rich James or
okay.
It's good to be the king. I had a buddy of mine, Justin. His daughters used to call me King Rich, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And like his daughters and his fiance would call me King Rich, and I, it's not anything crazy. It's not any kind of crazy nickname, but I do like being the king. My truck, my license plate on my truck, Doug, is KRO. It starts KRO, and you know what I call that? King Rich's office.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Nice.
Right.
Oh, so not right, though. Yes.
I don't think I asked you this one yet. if you were a superhero / villain, but could only have superpowers that weren't already taken, what new power would you choose, and what would your name be?
Ooh, okay. Power that's not been taken. That's going to be a hard one because there's so many that are taken right now. So let me think here. Let's go super villain. And let's see. Can't. I was gonna say transparency, and I could walk through anything, but Shadow Cat of X-Men is a superhero, and she can do that. But I don't know of
something
a
that
villain
hasn't
that
been.
can't.
You don't know? Do you know any superpowers? A superpower that hasn't been taken.
Man,
That's a good one.
yeah. I might have to. Well, no, that wouldn't work either. That's going to be a hard one, dude. I'm such a comic geek freak that
Yeah,
I'm sitting here and I'm blazing powers through my head, and I'm thinking, nope, 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 nope.
That's why I thought this one might be easy for you, because I figured,
Well, no, because almost every power I can think of, you know, um,
maybe you would have like a George Burns smoking a cigar superpower.
you know
George
what?
Burns. Who
I was
chooses
just
George
thinking I
Burns?
could be a.
Hey, why don't I ask you the ghost question? Let's table the superpower question, and you answer the question that Stephanie answered.
Dude,
George
are we
Burns.
going back there?
Oh my God, dude.
If I had to have somebody to haunt me the rest of my life,
Yes.
I would probably, if I went comedic, I'd definitely probably go Chris Farley.
Nice.
Because,
yeah.
I mean, at least I'm going to be laughing while he's trying to terrorize me. Because it's probably going to be funny. The only thing is I would probably die
Big
from
guy,
not
little
sleeping.
Big guy. What is that?
Hey, Doug!
Hey, Doug, I was reading these hypothetical questions. I was thinking about one. It's if you could erase one thing from your existence, even the memory of that thing, what would it be? The fact that I called Steph and asked her that question, and she said George Burns. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? My buddy Mike Austin's going to call me and say, what minute are we on now, Doug?
We're on 47.
All right. He's going to call me and be like, hey, Rich, what you said at 47 was wrong, because you should be nice. Because he did that with the 17 minutes and 23 seconds on the other one. He was like,
oh, when you were digging?
What's that?
When you were shoveling? When you were digging that hole?
Hey, I'm at 4% on my iPad. When we get to 1%, let's stop.
Let's wrap it up.
And we'll part two this, because I think we need to part two this.
Okay. Well, real quick, if you could choose what the next crazy fake health trend was, what health trend would you create?
Oh, next crazy health trend?
Yeah, fake crazy health trend. What would it be?
I think, well, this has probably been done, but I think it's really healthy to ride your bike, to run, to lift weights in the gym, to do yoga, swimming, naked.
It's healthier if you're naked.
It's healthier if you're naked. Everybody knows that, Doug. It's healthier if you're naked when you're sleeping. If you sleep naked, if you everything. Right now, I'm not even wearing any pants.
I said a fake one. Oh, good Lord! Don't let me adjust the camera.
I just wore a T-shirt for the fun. I'm wearing no pants right now. But yeah, I think anything you do naked is more fun. So.
Oh, what amusement park do you wish existed?
Amusement park?
Yes. That doesn't exist now.
That doesn't exist now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What's the one from Christmas Vacation?
Was that
Or-
Wally World?
Wally World or something? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I wish there was an amusement park where you could actually do stunts and you'd be okay.
Nice. 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 Doug, if you could start a secret society, what would be its goals and who would you include? I know you're including me.
Well, it'd be a close-knit group of people. Probably top 15 or 20 in my phone that I talk to on a normal basis. And we would be starting a whole new world, completely separate from everybody else. We would set everything up and get ready to make our move.
It's called California.
That's what our secret society be. No, that's not California. No.
It's a whole,
no, that's
world,
way the wrong way.
You said a whole different world separate from everybody else. I just thought California.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking that way.
Sorry to the Californians out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug, here's a dark one, though, because I'm watching Peaky Blinders. I've mentioned that 5 times during this episode.
Yeah.
But gun gets put up to your head, bro. What's the first thought in your mind?
I'm gonna beep, bleep, 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 bleep. This no good. Bleep, 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 bleep. First chance I bleep, 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 get.
Ask me that question.
What about you, Rich? What's
First thought
thing?
crosses my mind. I thought about this today because I was making up some questions of my own here. And my first thought was, thank God my brother Doug is behind that mother. Right? Because you got the gun cocked on the guy that's got the gun to my head. Got my back, bro.
All right. If you had to choose any mode of transportation, no matter how ridiculous, what method of transportation would you use to get around town?
Oh, dude, I got this. Because, see, I'm watching this little video today on, like, I don't know, I don't have TikTok, but it was on Facebook or something. But it's Gwen Stefani's riding in a tractor with Blake Shelton. And, you know, and Blake's talking to her or whatever. I forgot what they were talking about. But she's like, Blake, can't you make this tractor go any faster? And he's like, you know, basically he's like, babe, when you're in a tractor, you slow things down a little bit. You make life a little easier. It's all about, you know, taking your time. So I'm making everybody drive around tractors, Doug, because they were slowing things down and we're not so fast paced. You can't pass a guy going 85, 95, 105 in a tractor. It ain't going to happen.
Some redneck, some hillbilly redneck is going to soup that tractor up. I'm calling it right now.
There's no reason to bring up anybody from Tennessee right now, but
oh wow.
But yeah, you're right. You're probably right.
All right, here you go. Every day,
2%.
12 things appear in your backyard. They're very random, but they all start with the letter of you choosing. What letter are you going to choose? 12 things popping around in your backyard every day. Call it for the next 10 weeks.
Let's go D for Doug. And so
Right.
I got to name how many things that start with D?
No, you don't have to name. It's up to everybody else to think of what's going to be in your backyard.
Oh, D.
It's 12 random things that start with a D are now popping up in your backyard every day for 10 weeks.
So we can leave that as a question to ask our audience. And
what would be in Rich's backyard?
Hopefully there's not a Doug back there. I don't mind dogs. Hopefully the devil's not there. I don't want to see the devil.
Yeah, see, you didn't think that one very long, did you?
Oh, hey, I do.
You're gonna have a yard full of.
Anybody?
I'm not gonna say.
Don't.
I said you're gonna have a yard full of.
Well, Doug, that's okay though, because I hire a husband and wife that come and pick up all my crap for $75 a month. So I'm good.
Wait, am I crap?
But wait, before we go for tonight, because I think we got to go through this. Where we at time-wise?
Okay. We are right at 54 minutes, so
Yeah,
let's
probably.
call it before you die.
I'm at 1%. Before we do that, though, if you could speak to anybody in history and be able to ask them like 3 questions, we won't say the 3 questions tonight. We can do that on part 2. If you could speak to anybody in history and be able to ask them 3 questions, who would that be?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee? Really?
Stan Lee.
Wow.
You?
I think I got to go with Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, if I could have a cup of coffee with Jesus and ask him
Well, I
3
figured
questions.
he's still alive, so I didn't go with him.
Well, I'm probably going to waste those. I'm probably going to waste 2 out of 3 questions because I'm going to be like, the first one's going to be like, hey, Jesus, what kind of coffee you like, really, for real? Like, coffee. Not like, if you could play any guitar.
All right.
Hey, Jesus, if you could play any guitar in the world, what would be your favorite brand of guitar? I mean, like, I'm going to be asking stupid questions and wasting it. So.
All right, man.
All right,
we're going
to
call it.
Fun. And maybe, maybe next time we can get a hold of the people that we couldn't call tonight, that we couldn't get a hold of.
All right. Definitely. And this is part 1, episode 9 of Loud, Lucid, and Laughs, Hypothetical Questions. So get ready for part 10 or part 2, episode 10. That'll come up next week. And thank you all for listening. And if you have some hypothetical questions, drop them in the apps wherever you're listening to this at or watching it at. And we'll see if we can't get those up here too and include your name.
Name the 12 or 10 or whatever things that need to be in my backyard.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
D.
Give Rich what he's going to have in his backyard. As many as you want. All right, folks. Have a great one, Rich. I will catch you later.
All right, bro.
Loud, Loose, and Laughs. Have a great night.